Saludos, saludos. Welcome, guys, to this beautiful Thursday. We are here at Sirius Tejano. You guys are sorry we're late. It's okay. It's the weekend. Well, to me, it's my weekend because this is my weekend off. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody that's logging in on this beautiful Thursday, I know we're probably getting rain. We're gonna get rain over here in our area. So, anybody that has bad weather right now, you know, it's okay. Rain is always a blessing, supposedly they say, right? So, again, thank you for being here. I have a great guest today. We have La Reina here at our studio. We're gonna have talk a little bit, see what's going on with her, get to know her. If you all seen her in other podcasts or radio stations, you know, hop on, ask her questions. I'm pretty sure she's all up for it. Again, I'm not gonna let her wait. I hate letting my artists wait or my guests wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and reel her in. Salud, La Reina. Thank you for being here at Sirius Tejano.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Miss Kelly B. How are you doing
Yeah,
today?
good. I'm so excited to have you here. I know I had seen you, and when my boss told me, he was like, "Hey, La Reina wants an interview." I was like, "What Reina? There's a lot of Reinas. Which Reina is this one?" But no, yes, it's I love your stage name, your name, that what you're using. Like I said, I love your music. I love what you're putting out there. Um, you know, all for you, girl. Like it's all like I
Thank
always
you.
love having the women, women empowerment and stuff like that. And I know the women right now are kind of floating around there against the guys, so it's like a race. But thank you
Well,
for being.
thank you. Yes, thank
Yes,
you. I'm excited to be here too. I've been excited to meet you as well. So this is a real blessing for me as well. Thank you so much. You guys have been supporting the single, and I'm really glad to be here.
yes, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are like, man, I've heard things about you with other artists, and they love your interaction and stuff. I go, I do too. I love meeting new people. I mean, I've heard a lot of music. I've been around a lot of the music around the artists and stuff like that. But getting to know new artists and the way how humble some of these new artists are, I love it because there can be some artists that can be very particular, and they're so hard to like kind of approach them or like to meet them. But along the way, good thing is a lot of them sí se prestan to their fans and love the interaction. And I love what I've seen, what you've done with other, your the interviews you had, and you're just so humble. You're so down to earth, and I love that about you. So again, thank you so much for taking this, and I'm glad that y'all reached out. Um, we're here to help you, all these new artists or artists that have been out there and they just don't get the opportunity to be explored, to the Tejano industry. So, thank you so much, and to your team.
No, yes, thank you. Thank you. It's because of you and it's because of, the people as well. And so you're right. The interaction is what I love. I feed off of that. And
Yeah,
it's good to me. Music connects us all. I say that on every podcast because it just always comes down to that music connects us all, no matter what genre, no matter what language. It is the universal language and it connects us all. And music in itself too also, um, we can relate to it, and that's why it connects us, whether it's a heartbreak song, whether it's a love song, whether it's a fun song,
yeah,
anybody can relate to it, and that's why music connects us all. So I appreciate you guys so much, like I said, for the support and the, supporting Tejano music, supporting all the artists, all of Tejano music's artists. And then, like I said, the listeners, the people, if it wasn't for you guys, people like me would be able to do what we love. So I
yeah.
really appreciate every single one of you. It's so much love and support.
Yes, thank you again. So for our listeners that are out there and the ones that are probably listen to it later on, let them know a little bit of your little history, how you got into the music industry, like your start off career, and just kind of like a little, I guess you could say, like a bio about you a little bit, and just let people know
Okay.
so our audience can listen to what you're like, what you're about, and why the
Okay.
name La Reina.
Well, first, I've been singing as long as I can, probably before I could even talk. So, I've always wanted to sing. How I got into the industry, though, was I became a DJ in the year 2001. I
Mm-hmm.
became a club DJ. And
Wow.
after, yeah, after the clubs, I actually broke off into becoming a mobile DJ. I started my own mobile DJ service, and that's kind of where I met so many people. I did quinces, anniversaries, weddings, divorces, and of course, that just kind of fell into my lap. I didn't intend to be a DJ, and but it happened. And of course, my love for music, I guess, just drew me to it. And then I kind of succeeded in it because of my love for music. So that's where I got to know a lot of people. I started meeting a lot of musicians as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end, the last club, before the very last club, I started putting that in the show. I would close out my show with a song. And so people started saying, "Man, you can sing." And so I would be like, "I don't know about if I can sing. I know I like to sing." So then it started getting to where people were requesting me to sing more. And so again, that's when I started meeting more musicos, more bands that were coming into the clubs. And, and we start talking, and that's how it started to progress.
Wow.
And then of course I would go support all the local bands. And I'd go and see them perform and support them, and then they would, invite me to sing a song or two, and so it just kind of grew from there. And then I just decided, you know what, this is what I want to do. The DJing thing, like I said, it just kind of fell in my lap, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, and I still love it, but I'm trying to do more of the singing, the performing, and then like more recently the recording.
Yes. So I know a lot of us that like I always say to myself, I'm not a DJ because I mean, if I would put myself to mix, I could probably do it. But I just play the music because I love the music, the way the artist represents what they want to put out there. And
Yeah.
basically, we play the music and stuff like that. How can you say your transition from being a DJ to a live artist? Is it the same thrive, like the same energy, or is it different?
Well, it's kind of both because that music I feed off of it. I used to
Yes.
joke with my mom. I used to joke with my mom that music to me is like air. So when I'm in an environment where there's no music or no like sound, I feel like a fish out of water. And that's what I used to tell her. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. But from DJing, what I learned most from DJing is how to read a crowd.
Yes.
Not all crowds are the same. So like I said, you've got different genres, you've got different particulars, so I've been able to use that a lot when I do perform so that I can read a crowd. Because that's
Yes.
very important when you when you're trying to entertain. You need to learn how to read a crowd. And you are a DJ. I don't know why you say you're not. You're probably not a mixing DJ, but you're a radio DJ. So that is
Yes.
still a DJ.
Yes.
But
But yes.
the energy for the music is still there. And I guess as an artist, though, to me it's more let's say, I don't know the word to describe it, but because I'm using my voice as opposed to just the music,
Mhm.
it's just a lot more fire. That's all I could think of, fire.
Yes. Yes. I think maybe like for you, since the music is something you're kind of choosing and what you're kind of representing yourself, I think that's where the connection comes from, right? Like it's more of a connection because DJing, well, of course, the music's already out there, and yes, you can relate to it and connect to it, but you singing, it's more like you're the representation of yourself, of you're putting yourself out there, and I think
Yeah.
that. that's what I was like like kind of putting it so people could understand what the difference is, because everybody says, "Oh, boys, DJing is kind of like karaoke." Well, not really, kind of, but not really, because well, the music you're writing it yourself, right? Or you're it's something you're connecting, or you're trying to like kind of symbolize
Yeah,
of maybe something you
you
went
put
through, right?
yourself into it. Yes,
Yes. So
yes,
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, so like I said, your music is really good. So the music you've put out, who produces your music, or who have you worked with?
Well, so far I only have one single out because I'm in the midst of recording more music. But we released the first single. I had a deadline that I was trying to meet, and life happens, and I didn't get to do what I really wanted to do with it, but it did meet the deadline, and so I was still able to release it. So because I had really intended on I wanted to do a full album before I released anything, but because we met that deadline and I was able to release it in a different manner, we went ahead and released it. But
Okay.
this single, the first single is Todavía Te Amo. It was written by Mr. Damien Payan, and he is also he actually arranged it as well, and he plays the accordion and the keyboards on the track.
Okay.
Then I also have Mr. Abel Luna. He plays the guitar and the bass on the track as well. I mean, I was blessed to be with some amazing musicians on this single. Um, and then on the kit, I've actually got Mr. Brian Quinteros on the drum. So I've been blessed, like I said, to have worked with these talented, very, very talented guys. They actually are the ones that kind of helped me perform a few events because I didn't have a band, and I still don't have a full band just yet. I have a recording band, but I don't have a performing band just yet. So that's why I'm really not booking events just yet. I'm trying to finish the recording first.
Okay. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, girl. I know a lot of people always like, oh, I want, I don't want to just play tracks, or I don't want to just karaoke stuff. But I've seen a lot of artists, and it works for them, and like the audience accepts them because they love what they're putting out. So I think it's like a win-win anyway through it, you know. But hey, there's nothing wrong with waiting for your right people to be on your corner in your team.
Very true. And you know what? I forgot to mention that I actually was a track artist for, let's see, my first year I went to perform at Fanfare in San Antonio. 2012 is when I first started, and then I went every year after that, and that's how what I did. I performed with tracks, and so I guess that is really what inspired me to get into the recording studio and record my own music so that if I do sing with tracks, it's going to be my music, not just, the tracks you find, like you said, a karaoke. I don't want to be just a karaoke track artist. I wanted to do original music. So that's what I'm working on.
Awesome, awesome. And I, like I said, I can't wait what you put out. Before we end the show, whatever, I'm gonna let people know, and let them hear "Todavía Te Amo" from yourself, so they can hear your song, so they can make a connection with you. I love, keep working at the studio, keep doing what you're doing. So Lorena, who is your inspiration? I know a lot of people always go to Selena, right? And just saying, just the name itself, right? La Reina, right? Or
Well,
Like Eli La Reina, or like
yeah.
the Reina has a
Um,
lot of significance for it. But tell us a little bit how you got the name La Reina.
Okay, well, first let me just say, Selena, of course, she's one of the greats. She's actually the one that I feel taught me Spanish. And I mean, and I'm not lying, but because of Selena, I grew to listen to Tejano music more. And it wasn't just, Selena. You got so many greats. You got Laura Canales, you've got
Mhm.
Shelly, you've got Elida, Stephanie. I gotta say, Stephanie Montiel is one of my favorites, but I'll tell you the story here in a minute why. But I mean, even the men in Tejano music, my dad had favorites that I would hear him listen to, and so that's another thing. My parents left me a lot of music because they were music lovers. So my how they call my library of music is really big. You wouldn't think that I would know that much music, but my parents had a 20-year difference. So my
Wow.
dad listened. Yeah, my dad was a teenager in the rock and roll era. So he's the one that showed me like Richie Valens and the Big Bopper and rock and roll. And
Yes.
then my mom, she was a teenager in the disco era. So she was, Donna Summer or Queen. Like I always think of when I think of Queen, I think of my mom because she liked the classic rock type stuff when she was growing up. And then of course, I'm an 80s baby, so I like, Madonna, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul, Cyndi Lauper, you know what I mean? Debbie Gibson. Don't know if
Yeah.
anybody remembers those
Yes.
with my room with my dreaming of being on the radio myself, but for the Tejano, I would say Stephanie Montiel is probably my all-time favorite, and it's only because, not only because, but mainly she's the one that kind of just told me, you can do it, you can do it. I was probably about 13, 14 years old. She was my first baile that I went to go see, and it was when she released Ángel en el Cielo. I think that was her.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay. So she came into Lubbock and she performed at a little club called Club Mirage. And my mom took me to go see her because that's what I wanted to do. So she actually pulled me on stage and let me sing a song. And from there, I was hooked. And I was
Wow.
like, that is what I want to do. And so that's why I follow her so much because she's not only a awesome entertainer, but she's super sweet, super humble. And
Yeah.
that I feel is what attracted me to her the most. She was just so
Yeah.
open and so very encouraging and motivating. And yeah, I just never forget that, that's just it deep in
Yes.
my heart.
It's good to hear stories like that. I mean, like as you know, we have a great bond. Me and Stephanie, we call each other comadres, right? That's the reason my stage we call the stage name is La Comadre, right?
Yeah.
I've always seen Stephanie help out so many new artists and give them that one song to get on stage with her to sing, or even sing a song together, or just so they can show their talent. You don't get many artists that do that, and the ones
Very
that
true.
do, you know, praise to them, because you have no idea what that little gesture can go a long ways. And
Yes,
it's great that
definitely.
she was able to do that for you. And look, you got yourself hooked. You're making music. I mean, I can never say anything bad about Stephanie Montiel. Stephanie Montiel is a
Yes,
great
ma'am.
entertainer in the Tejano industry. I know a lot of people, man, if I wish she could get a lot more recognition, because she deserves it. And I mean, she's just a great entertainer. I mean, she's all of it. I mean, how many? She's been in the industry for almost 30 something years, but to have those vocals around, she says it herself. She's not that young, but she's not that old either. But to have those strong vocals for so many years is
Yes,
amazing. Is
yes.
amazing. I love that about her. Saludos to my comadre. I know sometimes she can't get on. I know she had a performance yesterday, so I'm pretty sure she's been crazy all this
Resting.
week, resting and
Yes.
everything. So, saludos to my comadre Stephanie Montiel and all the gang, Gabriel Zavala and all everybody out there. Saludos to all the musicians that are on there, the ones that have been getting on, the fans that are on there. Saludos to Ms. Norma Salazar, Oso Rodriguez. Saludos. Javier Natividad. Thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody else that's tuning in, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys always getting on and supporting these people and the artists and ourselves here at the station. because it does go a long ways, guys. I mean, I know there's so many radio personnels out there, so many online, a lot of podcasters, but I see how the fans really connect to them. Even if you're on for 5 minutes or so, it don't matter. You at least showed the support, and that goes a long way to me in my heart and to our show. So again,
Yes.
yes, like even for you, Ms. Lena, I know a lot of people say, "Man, I had a show y nomás había como 10 people." Hey, out of those 10 people, you might have made a difference at least with a couple of them. And the next time you're out there, you're gonna get the fans. You're gonna grow and grow and grow, and that's just the process. That's just how it works.
Yes.
How it goes. And
Yes.
a lot of people want right away, you know, with a bang and have a sold out show. It doesn't work that way. I mean, I've seen it. And if you do,
Yes.
well, then yeah, you're blessed. You're blessed if you're able to do that the first time. But it's you start small and you get yourself bigger. And
Yes.
you know, don't nunca te agüiten, Ms. La Reina. Never let one door close and just be like, oh, that's it. They closed the door on me. Keep pushing.
No,
Keep
ma'am.
going keep going
No,
and
ma'am.
there's many blessings to all these new artists, you guys. I mean, I know sometimes you get frustrated and being like, man, I can't get through this and people are not giving me opportunities. You know what, even though they're not showing it, but your name's being circled around in the industry, so
Oh,
keep
no,
doing
ma'am. That's one of my favorite sayings is blessed and highly favored because, um, you know, I I don't know about all that. The social media, the likes, the comments, like that's all cool. And don't get me wrong, I really, really appreciate all that social media love and support. But I have received so much love and support in general from friends, family, radio stations. That I don't even have time to think about, oh, who's not following me, or I only
it.
have I only have 5 followers. I can't even get my mind to think that way, because even if I have one person that says, hey, I heard your song, or hey, I saw your post, or that's already love in itself. Like that's already so much for me. Because when I was growing up, we did not have social media.
Right, no, we did
We did not have YouTube. Like, now if you hear a song, the next day there's an instrumental for it. I used to have to
it.
wait 6 months for my song to be a karaoke track, and
Yeah,
so everything is super instant right now, and it's at your fingertips. And
yeah.
so, I'm not gonna lie. I try my hardest to get on social media and social network as much as I can. But I also have a full time job that finances what I'm trying to do here. So um, it's tough. It's a job in itself to do that. And so, like I said, I don't really have time to be looking at like, oh, he's not following me, or they're not playing my music, or I can't do that. I don't have that time because I'm sitting here going, thank you, thank you. Thank you to
Yes,
you. Thank you.
yeah.
There's so
I
much, so
totally
much
feel
love and
you.
support.
I totally feel
Yes.
you. I have my regular job too, and sometimes it's hard. Like I I always try to schedule my interviews around my work schedule. Luckily, I'm off today. Usually, I'm off every other weekend, so I'm not usually I'm off today's. But it is hard when you have a regular job and then you want to. I do this as a side, and it's a hobby, and it's something like I love to do on the side. So
Yes.
it's good to do, and of course, your regular job is what financially gets you to events or gets you to do music or gets you,
Yes,
it
ma'am.
happens. Shout out to my work, the Crystal
Me
City Housing
too. I
Authority.
was just about to
Yes,
say that. I was going to say.
yes, I do security work. So I'm a housing security. So I mean, it's a tough job. You have the
Yes.
good, the bad, and it all in between, right? But yes, I
Yes.
totally understand you. It's kind of hard to always be on social media. I'm like, hey, I didn't catch that. What happened there? And what's going on here?
Yes.
Or, you know,
See
and
that too.
yes, and you know what, Miss Lorena, the thing that I've been very very blessed, and you'll probably get it, and you probably already have received it, is getting those unknown messages where they say, "Man, you're doing an amazing job," or just giving you praise and stuff, that you're making a difference in somebody's life. With, like when I first got that, I was like, what do they like about me? I'm just being me. Like, am I that cool? Like, I just wanted to do something just to do something, right? I mean, yes, I did. I tried to get into this to see what I could do for certain artists, and yourself and other artists and stuff, but I didn't expect to get the response that I did, and the response that we're getting here at our station. It's crazy. It's
Yes.
it's like a, like, wow, like just being me, like has made me open, like there's been so many doors and so much friendships. I've grown
Yes.
so many friendships with a lot of people, you know and I'm pretty sure you've done, like how you said, the DJ, being a DJ, you grow this, fan. Like, I'm a fan before I'm a radio personal or a DJ, and just being able to interact with artists that you looked up to. Like I had Patsy Torres, man. I, she's one of my main ones. Her, Shelly. I mean, I love Shelly. Um, I
So
haven't been able to
you
get.
were starstruck.
Yes, I was like, but you know what? Being starstruck, I was like, man. But to have them to even acknowledge me or acknowledge us as DJs and radio personnel is a blessing. It's a blessing,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure you've done that and gone that, be like, wow, they know about me. They want my music, or like, just the interaction you have with certain radio stations, that you're like, man, they're up here. Like I always say that, like, we're radio too, and we're almost in the same caliber as all these other radio stations, but just to get acknowledged with other stations and other podcasters is a great blessing, great blessing. And
Yes. No,
I've
you
seen where,
guys, all of you are very, very awesome. Like I said, I really didn't know that there was that many, online radio stations like that that especially support Tejano music. Now, see, I mean, podcasts and all that. I knew that there was podcasts out there, but so many that are supporting Tejano music and its artists, and I was just like, wow, this is so awesome. and
yeah,
um and so yeah, I've been getting the messages like, hey, we've got your song on rotation. And I was like, wow. And so I try my best too. That's usually what I'm doing when I am on social network, is try to promote them as well. So, hey, go check out this station, go check out this station. You never know which one's going to fit you, because they're all unique, they're all different, but they're all the same love. They're all showing the same love and support to Tejano music and its artists. And so,
yes.
I can't thank you guys enough. Like, really, just it's a dream come true, really.
Yeah, like I tell. I mean, man, I've lost count how many people I interviewed already. It's crazy. Like my schedule. If you can see my calendar is right here, my whole calendar, some of it is already booked till almost July already. So I mean, just having all these people on, and people on social media. Saludos to Lubbock, Texas, Club DOS. Saludos out there. I'm seeing Mr. Javier putting that I mean, he's another radio DJ, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He said he interviewed Los Tesoros de Javi last week. It was a great interview. Interviewed the artist, man. I would love to interview Javier y Los Tesoros. They're great. They have great music. If you like Secreto, you like Paranda, they have the same music like that. And saludos to
Awesome.
him. Saludos to Javier. Great, and I think he's from Del Rio, if I'm not mistaken. Del Rio just put yours on rotation. Thank you for your shout out.
Yes.
So,
Yes. There's
salud,
so many.
amor. So, man, it's great to, like, for you, when you're in the car and then you hear your song be heard. What kind of emotion do you get?
Oh, it's very emotional. I know, for that's for sure. I get excited because I'm like, wow, that's my song. I get a little emotional because I lost my mom in 2021, and she was my number one. Like,
Yes.
she's the one that would drive me to San Antonio for fanfare. She was the one at any of the performances I ever had as a track artist. She actually had a very beautiful voice as well, but she never wanted to be a front person. So she would always do my segundas. Anytime we would sing at home while we were cooking, she would do my segunda. She had a beautiful voice, and I miss her so much. So I get
Yes.
very emotional when I hear the song anyway, because I wish she was here to see it all. And then again, I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude because, there's so much talent in West Texas
Yes.
alone. And so, you could put your music out there. You could put your music out there. And again, I want to say to anybody who's trying to do that, um, yeah, I get butterflies also. um, if you're out there trying to put your music out there, and they haven't played it yet or anything, give the DJs just a moment, because they have so much music coming at them. They have so much programming that they've got to get under control. They have to, just like you said, it's working around a lot. It's not just like, oh, they see the song and they're like, no, we're not playing that. It's not how it goes. And
Yes.
so, but if you love to make music and you want to record it and put it out there, don't give up, because there is a radio station that is going to hear it and be like, man, we need to play this on our
Mhm.
program. We need to play this one. And then
Yes.
once they play it, somebody else will hear it, say, hey, I want to hear this song. I want to hear, I want to hear it over here. I want to, you know what I mean? So it
Yes.
snowballs. So, don't give up if you want and love to make and perform music. And then again, that's what I was getting at too earlier about the social networking, that I don't do this for likes. I don't do this for fame. I definitely don't do it for money. Because there's really not money in it until you start really, really getting out there. um,
Yes.
it's for the love of music. And I feel like that is what connects us all, DJs, listeners. We all love music that much, that's why we're doing this interview. You love music, so you're doing radio, you're doing interviews. Um,
Yeah.
I love music, so I record it, I play it, I sing it, and then here we are. We're connected right now, and we're doing this for people to listen to as well. So
Yes.
it's all for the love of music, guys. Don't
Yes.
don't let the social media, don't let the hype, don't let that discourage you in doing what it is that we truly love, and it's for the love of music.
Yes. I said it. I think on Tuesday was when I had the interview with another artist. I was like, music is, the hype, the love to, it's the soothing, it soothes the soul.
That
It's a big part of our life. Music. It could be Christian music, it could be rock music, it could be Tejano country, but music is something we all go to because some way or somehow we can relate to it, and sometimes we can kind of, let somebody know either we need help or we're heartbroken. There's so much music that can identify us or what we're feeling at the moment. But once you listen to it and you kind of think about it, sometimes, I mean, I've heard it that some of the music helps people that are thinking of suicide. So, you know, it's amazing what music can really do to people. Like, it helps you. It
definitely,
helps you cope with
yeah,
whatever you're going through. So,
very therapeutic.
yes, very, very.
Yes, that's
And
usually what I'll call my performances, music therapy, or even when I go
yeah,
watch my friends perform, music therapy, because just like you said, music will give you a voice. If you don't know
yes,
how to express yourself, you find a song that's saying exactly what you feel. You can use that
yes,
song to express yourself. I
yes,
always said music is like a time machine, because you could hear a song that you ain't heard in a long time, but when you hear that song, that minute you hear it, you go back to that time that you heard it, you felt it, you or a particular memory that is latched or attached to that song,
Yeah.
and it's very, very powerful, very therapeutic, very healing. And you're right, it's very good for the soul.
Yes, yes. Like what Mr. Javier is saying right here, music. It says music takes him to a safe place. Yes, it does.
Yes.
To a lot of people, it does. Especially like how you said. I'm pretty sure there's certain songs you can relate that remind you of your mom because of the special bond you guys had. There is some songs for myself too that I lost my brother around, what was it, in it's been 9 years, but
Oh
every
my
day
goodness.
feels like it's always fresh to the mind, and I know to my mom it is. Every day I see the downfall, I see the heartbreak and stuff like that. We're a family of nine, so there's seven boys and two girls, which is me and my sister.
Oh,
So he was one of the youngest. So my mom to lose one of her youngest, it is heartbreaking to all of us because we're a very united family. And there's so many
yes.
music that's out there that we relate to, and we're like, man, because he was a big fan of AJ Castillo, amazing, like
Really.
yeah, he loved AJ Castillo, and just hearing AJ's music, it's like, man, well, what would my brother be doing right now? Or if he comes to our area and he's gonna perform somewhere, it's like I even have pictures sometimes that I'll post that where take pictures with AJ. Like I'm a great fan. I mean, I'm a good friend of AJ as well. So yeah, we will always interact and take pictures and stuff like that. And the music that he puts out is like it's just a memory of of course, like my brother, right? And yourself, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, music you hear, it's like, me and my mom would, do choros to this song or do things like
Yes.
back to this, or you always connect. There's a connection somehow, some way to the music, and I love. This is the reason I love music, and I'm pretty sure that's the way you feel too. And to all the Tejano artists out there, you guys, man, you guys, in reality, in I know a lot of musicians, some musicians say, well, I'm making it. No, it's the fans. The fans make you, break you, gossip about you, and everything. But it's the fans who support your music because they buy the concert tickets, they buy merchandise. They're the ones that support you, that are there to keep keeping you out there and being alive and be able to make this music, because I know being a musician is not easy. You don't get paid a lot. Being a musician is not about you getting rich, to be honest. It's more
Yeah.
about the love that you have for it. So
Yes,
like
definitely.
like what I said about you, what you said, you're not here to be rich. I love when somebody says that, because I know a lot there. I've heard it and I've seen it where they're like, pues yo lo hago porque pues, that's just that's all I want to do, or I do it because it's my work. And I'm like, what word? You know, you gotta, I
Well, I
understand,
mean,
but
it's a blessing if that is
yeah,
where you end up, that it's
yes,
your job, and it's a full-time income. That's awesome,
yeah,
because it is hard out there. You know what I mean? It's hard to book consistently, to make
yeah,
it your only source of income, and
yes,
like I said, but I feel like the way you get to that place is from the love of music, because people want to come see you because they see that in you when you
mhm,
perform, the way you interact with your people. That's why they want to come see you. It's not just the music,
mhm,
but also in the music, the way you record it, the way you put it out there. Again, it falls all the way down to the love of music. And
yeah,
hopefully, si Dios quiere, we get to a place like that, or it can be, the source of income. But
yeah.
right now, we're just barely starting off. Yes. But
So yeah,
again, I still am like overwhelmed, and I tell people, you know what? Um, Blessings are everywhere. You have to be open. You open your heart to receive them, because they are everywhere. And you may be sitting there crying about what's not over here, or what you think you're missing, and you're really missing what is already there.
Yes.
and that's what a lot of us uh unfortunately do. We have a bad habit of doing. We're ungrateful.
Yes.
We get overtaken and overwhelmed with the way life, comes at us, that we will, instead of being grateful for what we do have and are able to do, we are focused on what, "Oh, I can't do that," or "I didn't get to do this," or you know what I mean? And I've learned to, and I'm still working on it, but I've learned to try to focus more on that, because like I said, I don't have my parents with me anymore, which is something that, it sticks with me every time I'm on an interview. Anytime I do hear my song on the radio, um, I think of them, because they nurtured, my dream. They bought me my first little microphone with the little tiny amp, and I was in my room singing the same song 15 times in a row, and they could have been
Yes.
like, "Yeah, that's enough," but they let me have that. And
Yes.
so again, that's a blessing to me. And hey, Antonio.
So yes,
Yeah. So,
and like how Mr. Javier says, yes, we do have to support each other because this is the only way we could be successful. We're all raza, guys. We're all raza. We're all Tejanos. Regardless how you see yourself, it does. You don't have to be born in Texas as long as you have a Mexican root or Tejano roots. Like I think Tejano is more like a culture, right? Or Tejano music.
yeah.
It's a culture. But we're all Mexicanos, guys, and we all listen either to banda, uh, you know, Duranguense music, or norteño,
Well,
conjunto. Like we're
that's
all
what I
listening to
think.
something.
Yeah, Tejano music to me is, we all listen to everything.
Yes.
It's a mix of everything. And then if you've seen lately, I've been seeing all these fusions where they got like I recently saw Signal with Aaron Watson.
Oh yeah.
Um, and you're like, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the country singers are the ones that were looking for the Tejano artists. Like,
Yes.
that's crazy, but that is so awesome. Like, that's how
Yes.
big of an impact we're making,
Hmm.
in music, that,
Yeah.
we're global.
Yeah, we can be bigger if only we will all just support each other, just like the other genres of music do. This is why they're so more successful than Tejano, because if there's hate, you don't see it as much as you see it in the Tejano industry. But us, I mean, we shouldn't be. I mean, I don't want. It sucks when you have to say it, but like everybody's jealous of everybody, but guys, we're doing the same thing. You're gonna get the fans. Like to me, I don't understand that. Like it drives me to know, like, there's all this pues son envidiosos or something like that, or they see somebody succeed and they're like, well, how they get, it's all about who you are, how you represent yourself. That's what I think, and just keep thriving. Don't look, oh, because they're successful, you're just gonna stop, or you're gonna try to talk about them just to see if, like, no, just do you, do your music, get the fans you have, just do you. No te fijes de otra gente. Like, that's what I say.
Yeah.
No te fijes de otra gente. That's the only way you'll be successful. And there's always gonna be the hate, the hate, the love, the regardless, you're always gonna get that. Nunca va a estar la gente conforme no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Just as
Yeah, you
long
can't
as
please
you're you.
everybody.
Yeah, as long as you're you and you keep being you is the best way to be. Because once you try to be fake, man, that's where all the problems start happening. so so
Well, I mean, like
go
I said, that's usually when you see me on social media, that's usually what I'm doing, is just giving all the love that I've got back. Like I
ahead.
said, I try to shout out every radio station that is, like I said, they send me messages, "Hey, we got your song." And I kind of sent everything out, bam, and then not only that, some of them sent it to others, you know what I mean? So there,
Oh
it
yeah,
just, it
you work like
spread.
that.
Yeah, it spread. And so it, again, that's all love. That's all love that, and so when I'm on social media, that's what I'm trying to do, respond to everybody's messages. I'm trying to, react to everybody, who's shown the love to the radio stations, because like I said, without you, without you, I can't do what I love, you know what I mean? Or let's not say that. It's not that I can't do what I love, because I could still go record, and nobody hears it, but I did it. I you know
You can say
wrote
bucket
that
list
song, recorded
check.
it, whatever. Yeah, I could still do what I love. I could still go sing, perform, but for this magnitude, we're nothing without the radio stations. We're nothing without the DJs, and we are nothing without the listeners, the followers, and all the love. And like I said, we didn't have social media when we were growing up. We weren't able to just make a video and post it. You had to go to auditions. You had to go to recording labels and audition. You had to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Now,
if they had time to see
now
you.
it's more easier because you just put a couple of songs on TikTok or Facebook, and there's all these people reaching
Yeah.
out to you, and what we call it, the influencers, right? And I mean,
Yes.
hey, to you guys, but man, there's some people that had to work the long way, and I think that
Yes.
this is why I think some people say, "Oh, pues I had to work it this way." You guys, there's like how Mr. Antonio said, there's plenty of air for everyone. There shouldn't be no jealousy or hate, right? So yes, true to that, true that. Like I said, Lorena, you are doing good things. You're one step closer to whatever you're trying to do. Just keep doing it. We're always here to support artists like yourself. Don't hesitate whenever you have music, send it our way, or for your team to send it this way. So by me saying that, who helps out distributing your stuff, or who can they contact in case they need music and stuff like that?
At the moment, it's just little old me.
Okay.
I'm working on a team, but right now it's just little old me. And if you go to my Facebook, you can get any of my contact information. I'm also on YouTube. I just recently started an Instagram. Because I was like, God, this is too many, but I was like, that's the way you have to do it nowadays. So I do have a TikTok as well. But if you're on Facebook right now, you can go check that out. And all my socials are on there, my phone number, my email. Um, and Before we do go, I'm not sure if you're already trying to close out, but I do have some thank yous I wanted to. Okay.
It's your time.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say thank you because I didn't get to mention Amusement Park Studios is where we recorded Todavía Te Amo. And they are located here in Lubbock, Texas. And they did a phenomenal job recording us, mixing it. Um, they were so awesome, and they were so, what is the word? Man, maybe for the word. They were very welcoming to us. We were the first Tejano musicians and band song that they had ever recorded. And because
Wow.
they usually record English music. Like I'm not sure if you're familiar with Flatland Cavalry, but they recorded their first album. And so I
Okay.
did want to give, yeah, I wanted to give them a shout out because I usually, like, when the interview starts flowing, I start forgetting certain points
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I get off
Yes.
track. And I'm like, I had to finally sit down and make myself a list because I was like, I don't want to forget anybody. Please, if I hope nobody feels left out, because
It
that is
happens,
not my
guys, when
intention.
you're. Yes, it happens when you're live. You get caught up in the moment.
Yes, it definitely does. So, Amusement Park Studios is where we recorded it. And like I said, my guys that recorded with me, I mean, when you listen to the track, you're just like, man, that's only three guys. And so, like I said, written and arranged by Damien Fayan, bass guitar and guitar, Mr. Abel Luna. On the drums, on the kit is Mr. Brian Quinteros. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. I mean, and you can hear it in the track. You know, aside from the vocals, if you just listen to the instrumentation on the song, it's just amazing. These guys are so talented. I'm so blessed to be able to work with these guys. Um,
Yes.
and I just want to thank all the radio stations again. It's just been super, super um when I say, I don't like to say overwhelming because it kind of sounds negative, because it's not like, oh, overwhelming. It's like, oh, it's like a good overwhelming that, you know, and like I said, I didn't realize that there was so many radio stations out there that support the Hano music, and that is so awesome. And so, like I said, I want to thank each and every one of you out there. Sirius Tejano, they messaged me and told me that I was on the countdown, and so that's why I was like, "What?"
Yes.
That was also a very humbling moment, because I was like, "Wow, did not even think that far." You know, when we released the song, because I was like, "Wow, I didn't even think countdowns or anything like that." I was just like, if we can get people to play it, that's cool. Like, that's already cool in itself. So, again, I want to thank you, Sirius Tejano, for having me today, for supporting the single. Um,
You're
and
number 9.
number 9. Woo! And I
Yeah.
think that was, yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. It was, like I said, exciting. I was screaming. It was a very humbling moment. Still is.
Yes. And just so the people can know, guys, we are not, yes, we are based out of Crystal City, but our audience is everywhere, guys. You know, it's not just Crystal City, Carrizo, Eagle Pass, Laredo, San Antonio. We get people, a lot of people from our West Texas and East Texas out to Dallas, Houston, Demet, Snyder. I mean, all those people, girl, check this out. Even Finland. Can y'all believe the Hana music's in Finland? Do y'all know where Finland's at? Because when I was like, Finland? What the hell they know about the Hana music? But yes,
Well,
we're
see,
all over
that's
the
what,
world. All around the world.
yeah. See, that's awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like it back in the day was only radio stations, and certain radio stations would even be able to get your music. And then even those radio stations were limited to who can listen. Now we have this thing called the internet, and you
Yes,
can reach anybody anywhere. So,
yes.
I mean, you know, these all of you online is just, it's amazing. We're global. We're global now.
Yes, and
So
props to all our military vets and military people that are in the military and that do follow us and do send requests and stuff like that. Salute to you guys. I know this is the only thing you have connections to home. Thank you for your service. Thank you for keeping us safe out here. Thank you so much for sacrificing. Thank you guys so much. And I think that's how we're getting listened to a lot of these areas that I'm like, what, Finland? No, I thought Finland was more like Irish type of Germany type of stuff. Like what do they know, right? But you know what? They said the Hanos is something that has a mixture of everything, right? So maybe that's what it is.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yes, so yes, no, like you guys heard, Miss Reina said that she'd be the only one that can you make contact. You need music. If you there's somewhere somehow you guys can't get our music, um, you can reach out to us. Reach out to our email. Maybe we can send it to you. We're here to help out, you guys. We help out, try to help out anybody and everybody. I know there's some music we don't get, and the great part about it, just like the Hano artists and the musicians, is if we reach out to anybody else in the radio station and we ask them, hey, do you have this song? we've been blessed with other stations that they do send us music, and it's we're all just here to help each other out and to help out the Tejano industry and the
Yes,
artists.
that's
So
awesome. See, I like that. I think that's very special, you know.
yes,
And now that we're saying that music, I'm actually in the middle of recording more music. So I've got more music coming, guys.
yes.
Like
So
I said,
I'm
this
pretty sure
one,
you're trying to finish an album, right?
yes, yes, definitely. I'm already got, let's see, one, two, three, four tracks. Um, down, and I'm wanting to do a collaboration so bad, and it's just it's still in the making.
Yeah.
But I want to do a collab so bad. I want it to be on the album too. So, like I said, it's all coming, but the
Yes.
music is being recorded and it's coming at you. It's just the
Yes.
Todavía Te Amo was ready, set, and gracias a Dios, it has been doing very well. And again, thank you guys so much for all the love and support on it. Um, it's a very beautiful song. Like I said, Mr. Damien wrote it, and he wrote it for a special somebody. I chose it for a special somebody. Real quick, I want to send a happy early birthday to my husband. His birthday is this weekend, but that's the reason why I
Happy
was like,
early
oh,
birthday.
I love this song. And this song was very special to me for that reason. It just like we said earlier, music can express things that you
Oh,
might not be able to express in words. And
yeah.
this song is just that.
Yes, awesome. Like I said, I praise for what you do for all the artists, what they do. Keep doing you. We're always here for you. Doors are always open for us, for you guys as Tejano artists, and new artists, established artists, country artists. Like we're a happy place to just try to get yourself out there somehow, some way. If we can help you just by a little piece to get noticed a little bit, because I know our area is it's remotely small, but it's a lot of people have gained a lot of open doors to us. So, thank you so much for allowing us to do that. And like I said, Reina, you are going to do amazing stuff. Can't wait for new material. I will let the fans listen to your song here shortly after we get off. I'll play it out to end up the night. But I mean, keep doing you. We're always here. Whatever you have going on or you want to put out, send it up to us. Or down the way you'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have like a music video, whatever. Can you like help us out somehow? Hey, just reach out to us. We're just, the least you can expect from us is a no, and it's very rare that we say that. So, again, I want to say thank you for reaching out to us, and we were able to reach out to you and do something for you. And I'm glad you were here to do this interview with us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. You're
Yes,
awesome.
yes, and I'm jealous because my comadre is gonna be in your area.
I know she is. She's gonna be here Saturday, and then
Yes.
and not only that, she's gonna be in Plainview on the 7th in June, and so that's around my birthday weekend. And I had some friends. We were like, let's go see Steph.
I know. I'm like, I was like telling my best friend, she's also a Tejano artist, Karina. I was telling her, road trip or what? She goes, Kel, it's gonna have bad weather, and I'm like, come on, it's only we're so. I would love you guys. I can't get enough of Stephanie. Every time I watch her, it's like different feeling all the time. Her music just
Yeah,
speaks
no,
it speaks a
she's
different
awesome.
language to us. And like I said, I am jealous of you because you'll get her out there in your area. Hey, I can't wait to see you one day just being on stage as well with her, and either opening up for her or playing alongside her.
Yeah, no,
It'd be a
yeah, that would be
blessing.
awesome.
Yes, and
We'll see.
like I
We'll see
said,
where the road takes us. Yes, definitely.
yes,
Like I said,
definitely.
I want to get the recording done and then, see if we can't come to a city near you.
Yes, yes. And Reina, we do get a lot of promoters in our area. So people that are looking at out there with the doing festivals or church festivals, Jamaicas, whatever it is, we try to get artists to do interviews with, so you guys can get to know them. and give them opportunities and open doors for them, and to be able to contact them and contract them to these events. So again, to all the promoters and the people that send the music
Definitely.
to us, thank you so much. We're here to help each other some way, somehow. We're all connected, from fans to artists to DJs. Somehow, in some way, we help each other. So again, Lorena, thank you so much for being here with us here at Series Tejano. This, right now there's a thunderstorm outside. I hear the lightning, but thank you for being here this Thursday. I can't say beautiful anymore because the weather is not beautiful
No,
outside.
rain is beautiful too. No, rain is
It
beautiful
is.
too.
It is. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. But
Yes,
not the
ma'am.
thunder. Not the thunder. But no, yes, I can't wait to meet you one day in one of these events. You never know. I might make my trip out there to Plainview. I've never been.
Yeah.
It'll be my first time. So
Well,
yes,
let me know if you do come this way, for real.
yes, yes. So, again, thank you so much, you guys. We're gonna let Lorena, say a little bit to the fans and everything. I know she did say thank yous and everything, but after she's done, we'll let you listen to her song, and then we'll say good night for tonight. So, Lorena, go ahead and say your last words to your fans and stuff, everybody that's on.
Once again, guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the love and support for Todavía Te Amo. It's been we've been saying it all night, blessing, blessings, but that's what I say, open, pray for an open heart to receive the blessings around you, because they are everywhere, and you are one of them to me. So I just want to reiterate that to you. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here, doing what I love, sharing what I love. Let's say like that, sharing what I love,
Yeah.
because music is a gift to us all, and I'm so thankful to you for allowing me to share that with you. So I hope you
Yeah.
like the single. If it's your first time hearing it, I hope you like it. It was made with love from every single one of us, and so I hope you like it. Here's Todavía Te Amo.
Yes, it's from Miss La Reina. So check it out on all digital platforms, guys. You'll love to hear it. Again, thank you, La Reina. We'll see you next time, hopefully soon. So thank you again for
Yes,
being here with
ma'am.
us.
Thank you, Series Tejano.
Yes. Well, try to see you guys this weekend. We're gonna try to do something. Again, thank you guys. Have a good night. Aquí les dejo con todo este todavía te amo. We'll see you soon.
Sí, amor, hay cosas en la vida que tienen valor, como cariño que yo tengo en mi corazón. Solamente yo quiero saber.
Yes, guys, that was La Reina. Todavía te amo. You guys, stay tuned. We're hope to give you guys something this weekend, hopefully Friday or Saturday. Uh, Again, thank you for staying tuned to Serious Tejano. We are gonna have George Lomas next Tuesday on an interview, so it might be here locally in Crystal City. So again, thank you guys so much. We'll catch you soon. Peace. Hasta la próxima. Have a great weekend.